Hello, this is ELB. Let's get back to work. So last time we were creating a bunch of test pickup objects, the kind of thing that it would be something that would go into the tools. So, potions, knives, coins, stuff like that. So, we already got the sprites done. Now the thing that we need to do next is the objects. So I'm going to create a group. What did I call these? Just obj 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on. Also, I need music. I got music. Okay. So, first off, Control C doesn't do anything. Duplicate. Pull you over here. You are now called obj1. Zero is correct. Rather than doing var number plus equals 1, I'm going to do irandom range, which will be 1 to, 100. Doesn't really matter too much. And that should be good. There we go. Might as well do them all at once. Hold on. How did I do this? I literally just went from 1 to... Yeah. I'm gonna create a 0 as well. Okay. obj0. So you're gonna be 0. You're gonna be 1. You're gonna be 2. You're gonna be 3. Now we just go up from here. I apologize because this is gonna take a while. So I guess I can just talk about, I don't know, stuff. I started watching, or I tried starting to watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and it's been interesting. I'm not too keen on the art style so far because it doesn't really seem to emulate the feel of what I was expecting, which was a lot more flamboyant, to be honest. Which is kind of what seemed interesting about it. It's so different looking. It's, bizarre. Which is sad because the opening video, I don't know what you call it. The opening is actually really fun looking because it has this exciting jazzy music and it kind of gets you pumped, and it has this correct art style that's all colorful and just fun, whereas so far the show is not. But apparently it gets better once you get through the first story arc with Jonathan Joestar and Dio. What is his name? M something? I don't know. Either way, once you get to that and get to the story arc with the next in the Joestar line. I also tried starting Mob Psycho 100. Mind you, this is all stuff that was suggested by Super Eyepatch Wolf, or just Eyepatch Wolf. I don't know which it is. And I've never been huge into anime. Like, I used to be an otaku when I was, in middle school or something, but that was a decade ago. So, if an anime seems really good, I'll try it, but otherwise, not usually. That being said, despite the fact that so far, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is a slog so far, and I'm 6 episodes in, whereas I've only seen 2 episodes of Mob Psycho 100 so far, and there's only 12, and it is so good. I want to watch more of it. I probably would have watched it all by now if I wasn't watching it with my boyfriend. Also, Mob Psycho 100 is by the same creator as One Punch Man, as in the same comic author, artist guy. And whereas One Punch Man, the anime, was based off of the manga that was created after One created One Punch Man himself, Mob Psycho 100 is based off of his original artwork instead. And that might sound bad, because it's he's not a good artist. Or at least he's not a classic manga artist. Did I make a space in there? But what makes it so good is the fact that because it's sort of a crude art style, they're able to go they're able to do a lot better with the animation because it's not going to be as detailed, and it seems pretty obvious that the creators are having fun with it. In a very American sense, it's a cartoon first and foremost. There's a lot of squash and stretch, and they do stuff that you can only do in a cartoon. Funny faces, all that stuff. Also, the protagonist is probably one of the most endearing characters I've ever seen in a show so far. He's just this goofy kid. Well, not really goofy. He's just this kid who seems to just kind of want to live. Maybe be left alone. He doesn't want to hurt anyone, that's for sure. So close. Okay, only got one left to go. OBJ 20. Test pickup. SPR 20. There we go. Gonna take a sip of my drink. Okay. Nah, I'll leave him here. This is gonna take a little while. Hopefully they all work correctly. Almost there. 18. 19. 20. Okay, let's give this a test. My controller feels funny today. Oh, I messed up. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. Picking up all the weapons. This still works. Okay. We got it to work. I'm gonna pause for a moment. Okay, back at it. Let me start my music back up. Okay, so the whole goal here is to get it so that when we look at the tools in the inventory, we can scroll between them and actually see all of them. So the only way we can do that is by determining which ones are available and which ones are not. Now, that means it's not quite going to be the same as programming the one for the equipment, because with the equipment, we can just look at the list and say, okay, this one, there's, all these different ones on the list, and we can later sort the list. But with tools, everything's already on the list. Rather, we're looking at whether or not it even or whether or not we have any of them in the first place. So, figuring out how exactly to do that might be a bit tricky. The easiest way I can think of it is we create another list to tell us which ones are there and which ones are not. But unlike picking up weapons, they will always be in a certain order, because they're already in that list. See, these will go in any order, and these will always be in numerical order. 6, 7, 18, 19, 20. If we pick them all up, we're counting from 0 to 20. Okay. What else do we gotta do? So when it came to the weapons, we created a variable called the scroll variables. So we might do something similar. Sorry, I'm trying to think of how exactly I want to do this. So part of the problem is we're already sorting and looking through them all right here, right? To figure out what needs to be drawn. So do we want to just sort through them again for the scrolling? Yeah, I'm thinking we might have to just sort through them all again. So let's see, for var, for where did I get var inf size? Oh, there. Okay. So let's see. We're pretty much stealing a lot of this code. So var m is going to, or I guess I'll call it, var variable list size. Then we can pretty much steal a lot of this stuff. Where are you scrolling? So let's see, we can take that. Equals... Then... if that... this... Yeah, we can pretty much steal most of this, it seems like. Not all of it. Yeah, all of it. Okay. Let's see how that works. So it's gonna draw them sliding up, and we're still gonna see them even when they're out of the range they're supposed to be in. Well, not quite. Forgot to do it for the cursor. Okay, let's see now. Okay, so it seems like the text is scrolling just fine. It's the cursor that's screwing up so bad. Which is really weird, honestly. Okay, I see what I did wrong. Okay. Does it work? Okay. Okay. Does it still work? It should. It does. Just gonna use var name y. Or let's see if this works. Awesome. Okay, so there's something I'd like to try actually. Gonna plug in another controller. hopefully. Look at that. Oh, that's right. It doesn't like it when we do that, when it's already open. Because the data structure's already there or something. Okay. So it seems like they're both working. It's been a while since I've messed around with the multiplayer function. Okay. Gonna pause recording for a moment. Okay, I am back. So the next goal is to actually make something good happen when we press the A button. So the exact way I'm going to do this, I'm not super sure on yet. I mean, we need to know one of four things. We need to know, first off, whether or not it's a tool, a weapon, piece of armor, or a material when we press the A button. We also need to know the size and shape when it goes into the Tetris style inventory. And then finally, we need to determine how we're going to be able to collide it with the other things to make sure we can actually put stuff down, pick stuff up, and all that jazz. So what direction exactly to go in for that, I am not totally sure. I guess first and foremost, we can start by having it tell us some of that information when we press the A button. So first, let's get the name. Well, we're never gonna do this and have it show materials, now that I think about it. I guess we're also... No, we are really only gonna do this with weapons and tools, because you're not gonna be switching between armor while out and about, you're only gonna be switching between weapons. I wasn't even thinking about that. Maybe the armor would actually affect what the inventory size is, sort of like how Monster Hunter armor affects so much. But that's not an RPG. Well, it's kind of an RPG, at least in the leveling sense. You know, you are what you wear and what you carry. You never actually level any of the player's stats, because the player doesn't really have stats. It's all based on the weapons and armor. So... start with having this save. I'm gonna sneeze. I done sneezed. So... name... let's see, I guess this would be... shape? Like I said, we need to get the shape, right? We'll just do that for now. But the question becomes then, how do we define the shape? I'm gonna open up GIMP. to make this 128 by 128. Okay, so let's say this is our inventory. It's 8 by 8 things of 16. So let's say we're carrying a bunch of potions, right? So 5 potions. Let's say we're carrying a sword, I'd say a buckler and a more normal shield. A scythe. How the hell do I want to do this? Like, there's got to be a logical way to define these shapes. Because I can either define each individual shape I ever have, or I can find a way to create them on the spot. I had to look this up. I could include all tetranimos. Hold on, no. Let's look at this way. Or here. We can try to define each and every tetranimo. Or each and every possible shape, I should say. I guess that doesn't account for... hold on. This doesn't account for rotation. So that's all 3 type shapes. I think that's it. There are 6 possible. No, 7 possible? Oh, I forgot one. So, I guess I could define them as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right? So that would look more like that. Come on. do it in that order. So you are 1, you are 2, you are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What am I doing? You are 0. You are 1. You are 2. What's the button? Isn't there a button to... No. Hold on. I'm gonna pause for a minute. Okay. Back. Figured out what it was. I don't know why I'm doing it this way. They are color-coded with binary. Blech. So, let's see. Yeah. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna create an inventory sprite for now. it went up to 11, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. There we go. We got all those shapes. Okay. Hmm. Okay, let's see what it tells us now. Shape should be in there. I just did this. Oh, I did inventory shape. Shoot. Try that again. What the hell's the problem? Oh. This might be it. I also forgot to just do this. Will you work now? Cool. Gonna pause recording for a moment. Okay, I am back at it. So we got it to tell us the shape. Oh, it was appearing way over there. That's weird. It's still appearing way over there. Was it not appearing over here this entire time? I don't even know at this point. Guess it doesn't matter. Anyhow, tells us that it's a tool, what the size is, or what its name is, what its shape is. That's good. That's what we need. So now we just need to say, okay, I'm pulling you from this into this other inventory. Which might be a bit difficult. So I guess what we can do is we can store this data, or more like store the var map ID. So the reason we do that is because the map ID already has all the data in it. Really, that's straight up all it is? I wasn't expecting it to be such a simple number. Yep, it is just that. Okay, well. Really don't have much time left. Well, I only have a few minutes left before I gotta get going to work, so I know that I'm not gonna finish that, but there's gotta be something I can do. I'm not sure. You know what? I'm going to call this good for now. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day.